The sound of fists pounding against a front door in a wealthy Atlanta suburb was the signal that everything had changed. Mason Cole had been living quietly, convinced that if he kept his head down, the storm would pass him by. But that knock wasn't neighbors, it wasn't paparazzi, it was federal agents, armed with paperwork, badges, and the kind of determination that didn't end until someone was in handcuffs. Neighbors watched from behind curtains as men in dark suits and windbreakers carried boxes inside, emerging hours later with laptops, hard drives, and files. For Mason, the illusion of control evaporated in a single morning. He wasn't the puppet master anymore. He was prey. Word spread fast, as it always does in the age of instant headlines and group chats. Cardi B's phone lit up with messages before breakfast. They raided Mason. Her blood ran cold. She had always told herself she could spin this, she could out-talk, out-shout, and outshine the whispers. But a raid? You can't spin that. Her team scrambled to control the narrative, pushing out vague statements about misunderstandings and business disputes. Yet behind closed doors, Cardi was pacing, panicked, demanding answers. If they got Mason, what do they got on me? She hissed. Across the country, Stefon Diggs was treating the news like a victory lap, grinning as he showed headlines to friends. I told you all, it's coming down, he bragged, acting like Mason's downfall was proof of his own power. But even his inner circle noticed his bravado was thinner now, more forced. Because deep down, Stefon knew the truth. Mason's raid didn't just put Mason in danger, it dragged everyone connected to him under the same microscope. The same shell companies that tied Mason to shady deals also tied Cardi and Stefon. The same financial web that he thought would expose Cardi now threatened to choke him too. Behind the scenes, Mason's lawyers moved fast. According to whispers from insiders, his first call after the raid wasn't to family or friends, it was to the prosecutors themselves. My client is willing to cooperate, one source claimed. That single line sent shockwaves through the industry. Cooperation meant snitching. Cooperation meant giving names, handing over emails, and confirming every rumor the blogs had been speculating about. And if Mason was desperate enough, he would trade Cardi, Stefon, or anyone else just to save himself. Cardi's camp urged her to go silent, to stop the Instagram rants, stop the subliminal shots, stop feeding the fire. But Cardi wasn't built for silence. Silence made her feel weak, like Stefon was winning. Still, even she had to admit the tone online had changed. Fans weren't just gossiping, they were questioning. Is Cardi about to get indicted? Is this bigger than we thought? The laughter had died down. What replaced it was suspicion. For Stefon, the paranoia began to creep in. Suddenly every phone call felt bugged, every text thread risky. Friends noticed he stopped showing up to certain parties, stopped posting with the same carefree energy. The swagger was fading, replaced by late night staring at his phone, wondering if Mason was cutting deals that spelled his own end. The knock at Mason's door had changed everything, not just for Mason, but for everyone in his orbit. And as agents carried box after box out of Mason's house, one truth echoed louder than the rest: the personal war between Cardi B and Stefon Diggs was no longer in their control. The government was in the driver's seat now, and neither of them had any idea who would be sacrificed first. If you're enjoying the content and want to see more like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It's totally free and it helps the channel grow so I can keep bringing you even better videos. Thanks for being part of the journey.